right, Kaiser, it is round two. We reluctantly vanquished our fellow faction mate, Stephanie, in round one. Took no pleasure in doing it, but now you have your former faction mate, David. How are you feeling about this match? He's obviously a great player and made it all the way to the semifinals last year, I believe. So, how you feel about your chances today?
David is David. Everyone knows how good he is. But I'm the fourth player to leave Fun DMC, and in Chinese, 4 means death. And David, I only wish you a clean and painless death.
No comment. Good luck, David, but better luck, Kaiser.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, I thought he left on like pretty decent terms. We were okay. Sad to see him go, but all right, like putting a little fire in there. But hey, you're here, and we know how good you are. You know what? Now, Kaiser, good riddance at this point. You know what? That's fine. But how do you feel about this match? We do know Kaiser. We know he's a good player. We know he's solid, but more so are you. So how you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm not good at talking trash, but I just let my game, show it. Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it. Kaiser is a good player. But hey, man, I mean, I think I'm a better player. So let's just, see what happens. Hey. Yeah, I just want to have fun.
That's all we can do. Because hey, fun. 4 people couldn't handle fun. That's fine. The rest of us can. So see how you do.
Let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Multiplex Movie Warzone. I am your host, Cameron Holzman, and I am here alone today because people have lives, unlike myself. But we have got a great match today. We have got the number 8 seed in the tournament, David Nishimoto, versus the number 9 seed, Kaiser Huang, as we go into round number 2 of this tournament. I'm sure it is going to be a great match. Some words and possible death threats that we may need to be concerned about exchange, but without further ado, we will bring in our competitors and we will get into round number 1, which will work like this. You'll get 8 different questions in 8 different categories in the realm of general movies. If you get the question right, you will get a point. If you miss the question, you will not get a point. If you manage to get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question, also worth 1 point. You reminded both competitors that you have 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the match if you need them. Any questions before we get going? All right. Well, with that being said, we will get into your first question of the match, which will come in the category of musicals. In which musical will you find the songs Waving Through a Window, Sincerely Me, and You Will Be Found? I'm a big musicals guy myself. I was not popular in high school, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I was a big musicals guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Hairspray.
And Kaiser.
An American in Paris.
Both incorrect. Looking for Dear Evan Hansen. Dear Evan Hansen. One manager in the back being very unhappy that I invoked the name of said film. As we get into question number 2, which will come in the category of directors, who directed Call Me By Your Name? This is a film that I saw. It takes on a lot of new meaning now that Army Hand. I almost said Army. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kaiser.
You mean Army Hannibal, Luca Guadagnino.
And David.
I said Luca Guadagnino.
Yeah. Luca Guadagnino is correct. So Kaiser gets the point as we get to question number 3. Category of actors and actresses. What actress has played a French noblewoman, the First Lady of the United States, and the Vice President of the United States? This woman has a lot of things going on in a lot of different movies, The fact that you can be both the third thing and the second thing that I named, because I don't want to give a repeat. It's impressive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go to David.
Glenn Close.
And Kaiser.
Glenn Close.
Both are correct. As we get to question number 4, the category of movie quotes. In what 80s comedy will you find the following quote? I used to say sex, drugs, and rock and roll. As long as there's sex and drugs, I can do without rock and roll. You know, those are some words to live by for people who aren't me. Not really my cup of tea. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kaiser.
It's wrong, Purple Rain.
And David.
Top Secret.
Both incorrect. Looking for This Is Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap. We go to your next question in the category of family films. Who plays Connor's mother in A Monster Calls? This movie's incredible. I really need to rewatch it. One of the hardest I've maybe ever wept at the end of a film. Just 5,
Gotta watch this.
4. It's so good. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Felicity Jones.
And Kaiser.
Julianne Moore.
Felicity Jones is correct. So David ties it up 2-2. We get to your next question in the category of Westerns. In what 60s Western will you find a doomed family called the McBains living on a ranch called Sweetwater? Now, I, of course, love Westerns as a genre because if there's nothing I love more than a genre of film that is entirely based in like America and being American in U.S. history. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kaiser.
How the West was won.
And David.
The Good, the Bad, and Ugly.
Both incorrect. The answer is Once Upon a Time in the West.
Damn, that was goddamn first.
Both had the right idea of there's a lot of words. Kaiser even knowing West was one of the words, but unfortunately not the right one. We get into your penultimate question in the category of action adventure. The Spartans are fighting against the armies of which country in 300? I have not seen this movie, but I know that the sequel is like both a prequel, a sequel, and a midquel all at the same time, apparently. We don't need that. 5,
Well, it's not bad.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to David.
Persia.
And Kaiser.
Persia, specifically the Achaemenid Empire.
All we have written is Persia. I will take both answers. That is correct. I'm going to trust Kaiser. Again, I haven't seen the movie. As we get to your final question, which will come in the category of comedy.
Oh, God.
What government agency does Peter Falk's character claim to work for in The In-Laws? David going straight to his board. Kaiser doing what I would have done when getting this question, which is to say, what is this movie? Huh? There's a movie starring Peter Falk. 5.
That isn't The Princess Bride.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Kaiser.
CIA.
And David.
CIA.
Both are correct. So at the end of round number 1, the score is tied 4 apiece. As we get into round number 2 is the wheel round. I will bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com, which has 8 different categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Our competitor in the lead, or in this case, because we are tied, David, as the higher-seeded player, will get to choose whether he would like to spin first or defer. Whichever player spins, if they like what they get on their first spin, they can spin again unless they land on opponent's choice. Whatever they end up with on their second spin, they will get 5 questions in said category worth 2 points apiece, or you can go to multiple choice for 1 point. But reminder, stealing is available, so try not to let that happen. Crime's bad. So with that being said, we'll bring in Anthony. Your categories on the wheel today are Sandra Bullock, acting Oscars, biopic, mystery thriller, pre-2010 American football movies, DreamWorks animation, 1970s, and scores and soundtracks. So with that, Anthony and David, would you like to spin first or defer?
What are you feeling?
The usual. Let's defer.
Defer.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. A player with the choice to spinning second. Somebody mark the calendar. Kaiser, this will be your first spin.
Hey, no more specifying empires or anything, okay?
And you land on the 1970s. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I know we're a little bit on the fence with this one. I think you should give it another spin, considering everything's still out there on the wheel.
I agree. Let's spin it again.
All right.
All right, spinning again. Whatever you land on, you will be stuck with. You land on Sandra Bullock movies.
Oh my fucking god.
So
Multiple choice.
That's the remark of a person who's very excited for this category. Kaiser, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Sandra Bullock movies. Your first question. In which Sandra Bullock rom-com would you find an exotic dancer named Ramon?
Sandra Bullock and rom-com. These two words shouldn't go together. Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, All About Steve, B, 2 Weeks Notice, C, Forces of Nature, or D, The Proposal.
A.
A is incorrect, David, for the 1 point steal. Is it A, All About Steve, B, 2 Weeks Notice, C, Forces of Nature, or D, The Proposal?
The Proposal, D.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. He's played by Oscar from The Office. It's really weird. Your next question. Who directed Our Brand is Crisis?
Oh shit.
Five, four,
Multiple
3,
choice.
2. All right, your multiple choice options are A, David Gordon Green, B, Stephen Daldry, C, James Ponsoldt, or D, Stephen Frears.
Repeat options.
Absolutely. Your options once again are A, David Gordon Green, B, Stephen Daldry, C, James Ponsoldt, or D, Stephen Frears.
A.
A is correct for 1 point. By what title is Max von Sydow's character referred to in Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close?
Oh, that movie. Multiple choice.
The appropriate reaction. Your multiple choice options are A, the renter, B, the beggar, C, the borrower, or D, the visitor.
I mean, C.
That is incorrect, David, for the 1 point steal. Is it A, the renter, B, the beggar, C, the borrower, or D, the visitor?
A.
A is correct for a 1 point steal. Your fourth question. What Caribbean island does the cruise ship crash into at the end of Speed 2 Cruise Control?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Barbados, B, Aruba, C, St. Martin, or D, St. Lucia.
B.
B is incorrect for the 1 point steal. David, is it A, Barbados, B, Aruba, C, St. Martin, or D, St. Lucia?
C.
C, St. Martin is correct for 1 point. And your final question. What is the name of Birdie's hometown in Texas in Hope Floats?
This is going great. Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Denton, B, McAllen, C, Smithville, or D, Mesquite.
Name these towns. Repeat the whole question, please.
Absolutely, that is your first repeat. What is the name of Birdie's hometown in Texas in Hope Floats? And your options are A, Denton, B, McAllen, C, Smithville, or D, Mesquite.
McAllen.
That is incorrect, David, for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Denton, B, McAllen, C, Smithville, or D, Mesquite?
C. Smithville.
And that is correct for another 1 point steal. So at the end of Kaiser's turn, I have Kaiser at 5, David getting some steals, getting himself up to 8 points. So we'll bring back in Anthony as well as the wheel for David's spin. Your first spin is away. I'm going to grab a different marker than I was before. And you land on acting Oscars. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
I think we'll.
Well, yeah, this is a strength, and
Yeah, it's a strength. They're going to be strength level questions. You might be all right at it, but
nah.
there's plenty on the wheel. We could probably go better with.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's respin.
All right, spinning again. Whatever you land on, you will be stuck with.
Please.
You land on scores and soundtracks.
Multiple choice.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
All right, David. I will be giving you your questions and scores and soundtracks because I'm the only one here. So your first question. Tom York from Radiohead provided the music for what 2010s horror film?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Suspiria, B, Climax, C, Let Me In, or D, The Neon Demon.
Repeat the options.
Absolutely. Your options once again are A, Suspiria, B, Climax, C, Let Me In, or D, The Neon Demon. Five, four,
Let me in.
3. That is incorrect. Kaiser for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Suspiria, B, Climax, C, Let Me In, or D, The Neon Demon?
Suspiria.
That is correct for a 1 point steal.
Don't stick it down.
Who composed the score for Charade?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Bernard Herrmann, B, Alfred Newman, C, Henry Mancini, or D, Quincy Jones.
Bernard Herrmann.
That is incorrect. Kaiser for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Bernard Herrmann, B, Alfred Newman, C, Henry Mancini, or D, Quincy Jones?
Henry Mancini.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. And our third question. The band Rose Royce performed the title song for what 1976 Richard Pryor film?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Car Wash, B, Silver Streak, C, Celebration, or D, The Rubber Band Man.
The Rubber Band Man.
That is incorrect. Kaiser for the 1 point steal. Is it A, Car Wash, B, Silver Streak, C, Celebration, or D, The Rubber Band Man?
Silver Streak.
That is also incorrect. Looking for Car Wash.
Oh,
Car Wash. The clap, 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 clap song. It's from a movie. Or I'm completely wrong. I didn't write the question. Your fifth question. Brian Tyler composed the score for 6 films in what franchise?
okay, wait. Shit.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
All right, that is your first repeat.
Hello?
Yeah, you're here. You're good.
Yeah.
David? Yeah.
Good?
Yeah. Your repeat.
supposed. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Brian Tyler composed the score for 6 films in what franchise?
Can I ask? So when you say franchise, do you mean like? Dang it! Like it covers. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how to word this.
I need the name
Never
of
mind.
the franchise. 5, 4.
Multiple choice. I think.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Fast and Furious, B, James Bond, C, Transformers, or D, Saw. 5, 4,
Fast and Furious.
3. That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. What musical features the songs All I Ask of You, The Point of No Return, and Learn to Be Lonely?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Les Miserables, B, Cats, C, Phantom of the Opera, or D, Yentl.
Repeat the whole question and the multiple choice, please.
Absolutely, that is your second repeat. What musical features the songs All I Ask of You, The Point of No Return, and Learn to Be Lonely? And your options, once again, are A, Les Miserables, B, Cats, C, Phantom of the Opera, or D, Yentl.
C.
The Phantom of the Opera is correct for 1 point. So at the end of round number 2, I have the score of David at 10, Kaiser at 7. And we will get into round number 3. Round number 3, as always, is our Pick Your Poison round. Our competitors are going to get to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. The categories that the competitors can choose from today are Sandra Bullock, Oscars, biopics, 1980s, horror, sci-fi fantasy, recent releases, and drama. So we will let our competitors pick what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Our competitors have had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. David has chosen his 1 in biopics, his 2 in horror, his 3 in 80s, and his 4 in Sandra Bullock. Whereas Kaiser has chosen his 1 in drama, his 2 in biopics, his 3 in sci-fi fantasy, and his 4 in Oscars. So we will start with Kaiser as he is behind. We will ask questions until either we have a winner or all of the questions have been asked. So Kaiser, are you ready for your 1-point question in the category of drama?
Yeah.
All right, your 1-point question. Who plays Lee Chandler in Manchester by the Sea?
Mr. Casey Affleck.
That is correct for 1 point. We will stick with you for your 2 in biopics. What real-life person has been portrayed by both Jack Nicholson and Al Pacino?
Jimmy Hoffa.
That is correct for 2 points.
I was scared you want his real name.
Jimmy Hoffa is all we need. So with that, we will go back to David for his 1-point question in biopics. I don't know why I scrolled away from the category. Now I have to find it again. There we go. Your 1-point question in biopics, David. Who plays Vincent Van Gogh in At Eternity's Gate?
Willem Dafoe.
That is correct for 1 point. Sending it back to Kaiser for his 3-point question in sci-fi fantasy. Your 3-point question. What 1990 fantasy film features supporting characters named Kim Boggs, Joyce Monroe, and Esmeralda? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your second repeat. You got 1 left. What 1990 fantasy film features supporting characters named Kim Boggs, Joyce Monroe, and Esmeralda?
Edward Scissorhands.
That is correct for 3 points. Clicking with Kaiser on the repeat. Well used. So we will go back to David for his 2-point question in horror. If he hits this, he will tie the game. Your 2-point question. Ethan Hawke plays true crime writer Ellison Oswalt in what 2012 horror film?
Sinister.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game as we get to David's 3-point question in the category of the 1980s. With what weapon is Yvette the maid killed in Clue?
Oh my.
5, 4, 3.
Rope?
That is correct for 3 points, which most importantly means we will not be going sudden death. Thank you. I don't need the stress of writing those questions as we go to Kaiser for his 4-point question in Oscars. Your question. What 80s film was the first film to receive 2 Best Original Song nominations? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is your final repeat. Once again, your 4-point question in the category of Oscars. What 80s film was the first film to receive 2 Best Original Song nominations?
Flashdance.
And your
Damn it.
winner,
It's Fame.
David Nishimoto. We were looking for Fame. Fame.
Oh, you?
was
Ah,
correct.
God.
I think even the same artist performing one of the
Oh my
songs.
God.
So close. A fantastic match. But with that, David does pull out the win. So we will go into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate second-place finisher, Kaiser. Kaiser, I think that was a great match in ways in which, I mean, that was a war of attrition where neither person won what they got in the second round, and it was a war of how many times can we go multiple choice. But you kept it close. You brought it back in round 3. Yeah, how are you feeling?
Yeah, the last question, I was between Flash, Dance, and Fame, like 50-50 the whole time. And yeah, it's just how it is. Yeah, I mean, there's no shame in losing to David. I'll say that much. And I hit opponent's choice, and I still took it to like one of the last few questions. So I'm proud of that, at least.
Yeah, and don't beat yourself up too much about the last question, because let's be honest, he was probably going to hit his 4 in Bullock. We saw what he was doing there in round 2, so I wouldn't be too upset about it. But yeah, you hung in there. I think it would have been easy to hang your head maybe after how things went with your round 2, but you picked up those steals. You hit your 1, 2, and 3. Great job with the repeat on the 3. It was just a tough match. Everyone watching this will be able to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So this does mean you are unfortunately out of the tournament, but I am sure we will be seeing you back. Is there anyone you would like to face when you return?
No one from Fun DNC and Club Jeffrey, because I'm sick of playing people from these 2 factions. Just anyone else, please. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, all right. We will say goodbye to Scott and to Kaiser, and we will bring in today's winner, David Nishimoto, and his manager, Anthony Tisdall. David, that was a great match. Like I said to Kaiser, a lot of back and forth. Neither person really wanting what they got in the second round, but you managed to hold on, keep the lead going into round 2, and ended up paying off. How are you feeling?
Yeah, that was a stressful match for sure. I knew going into this, Kaiser was going to give me a good match, and he for sure did. Second round, I mean, after Bullock one way, I was like, okay, this looks, this is a good win, but we'll see. But then, and then I spun scores and soundtracks, and I knew I didn't want that, and I didn't do that great, but thank God I guessed my way to, a couple more points. And then for the clue question, like I had like a flash of a rope on the maid, so I guess that was just a lucky, thank God, miracle guess there. But yeah, I mean, in the end, I'm glad for the win. It was an honor to play Kaiser, and then I'm looking forward to the next match. So what do you think?
Absolutely. Speaking of your next match, I can tell you will be playing the winner of the number 1 seed, Joseph Olivas. Versus the number 16 seed, Payson Johnson.
Oh,
Thoughts
yeah.
on that potential matchup, sir?
Well, I mean, I don't have to say. I mean, I know they're both great players, and I'm looking forward to play. I mean, I'm Payson. I played before, of course, and Joseph played before, but I want to play. Okay, I'm not gonna say who I want to play, but can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see who
Yeah.
I play next.
Either one's not
Either
gonna,
one. Yeah,
they're both great players, and I know Payson's on a war path this year. But
that's true.
I mean, having to come through David, you got to come through David. He did it last year. He did great in the tournament. He played great today. Kaiser had a good game.
Oh yeah, that would be a rematch. Both of these would be rematches.
Yeah.
For you.
Joseph is like a thorn in my backside. It's like I never beat him before, so we'll see. Hopefully, I have an honor to play him again too.
Absolutely. Well, we will see. But with that being said, we will say goodbye to Anthony. We'll say goodbye to David. I would normally throw to someone else for final thoughts on the desk, but I'm alone. I don't know about you, the audience at home. I'm going to break the fourth wall here. I thought that was a fantastic match. I thought it was really great. So with that being said, I have been Cameron Holzman, and on behalf of David Nishimoto, Kaiser Huang, Scott Harvey, Anthony Tisdall, and everyone else here at Multiplex Movie Warzone, thank you all for watching. Have a great whatever time of day it is that you are watching this match.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a fair.
Goodbye.